Alright, hello everyone, it's Team Rocket Plays here with another episode in our Let's Play Minecraft Together Season 3 series here on my channel, guys. If you guys haven't seen the last episode, make sure to go do so, because we ended up making our starter base, or at least starting our starting base, right, slash shop. So in this episode, guys, we're gonna go ahead and finish it up. We still need to do the trees right here on either side. We still need to do our shop, which is something that I kind of already started behind camera. And yeah, so I kind of did something in between episodes, guys. Let me show you guys really quick. So we come over here into our ender chest and we hover over this one right here. Bam! Look in the far right on the first row, guys. We got 45 ancient debris. So yeah, I've been busy just grinding it out. I spent I don't know how many hours, probably like 3 or 4 hours, just grinding out some netherite, or not netherite, but ancient debris. And if you guys look at the armor and some of our tools, guys, yeah, they're all netherite armor and netherite tools. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, and I'm not even done there, guys, because if we go into our ender chest, you guys might have actually already seen them, but bam, I ended up going and getting 3 more netherite pickaxes. We still have our efficiency, or not our efficiency, but our fortune, but I went and I got 3 more, and obviously I had to get netherite for those as well, since I kind of wanted to make it worth, you know, the trip to the nether. I needed more, and I wanted silk touch, just because fortune tends to get a little bit annoying, because when you're dealing with quartz or gold and stuff like that, like, it fills up your inventory really quick. So I really wanted silk touch, that way we could get a lot more efficient with all the stuff and like that, all the resources and things like that. So as you guys can tell, I've been pretty busy in between episodes, but what I want to do on this one, guys, is I kind of want to do the inside of our Hokage house, because if you guys don't know, this is the Hokage building in Naruto. This is basically where the leader of the village is like living at. This is his headquarters. This is the main building for that. And I'm not done, guys. I still need, for example, some tinted glass over here in these windows. I still need to add the trees back here, and this is also where we're gonna add our shop. And it's not just gonna be ancient debris. I want to sell some other materials, whatever, like, you know, that comes in handy. I don't know if I want to sell some nether quartz or some gold, just because yeah, I got plenty. Look at this, a whole shulker of just this, and I think we even have some on the other side as well. So I don't know if people are looking for quartz or just the ore in general, because I know that you could always trade it with the villagers, so it's easier to get that way in a way. But and I think also the bartering, right, pickling bartering, you get a bunch of quartz, but I don't know how many people actually go ahead and use the ore, since one, you could use it as a texture, right, for decoration. It really looks like a piece of meat, you know, like a carcass of an animal and stuff like that. So I kind of want to sell the ore and see if that sells at all. But our main feature in our shop is gonna be the ancient debris. But before we get all that started, guys, let me tell you what I have planned for this episode. So I want to do as much as possible. There's a lot that we need to do. So one of the things is obviously work on the inside, but not only that, we need to work on the outside. We need to fix this area, make it a little bit more presentable. Atak also came along and help us out, guys. If you guys see all this lighting right here on the floors, she's the one that did that. She went around to light it up, just because when I asked her to come check out the building and, you know, to make sure that the path was okay, as soon as she went inside, we had a bunch of mobs spawning in there that came out. I almost died. I was like half a heart away from dying, and there was also a creeper that ended up blowing up this whole area. So she was kind enough to go around and light the area up, that way it's, you know, there's no mob spawning and I don't die. Yeah, so she was kind enough to do that. And that's not the only person who ended up stopping by, guys. We also had Glorf, and this is something that I didn't notice. I was actually pretty surprised when it happened. So I believe smelting some of the ancient debris to get our ingots in order to, you know, craft our weapons and stuff like that, our tools. And and for some reason I had a glass pane on me, and I didn't see the name. I just saw that it was a glass pane, and it looked invisible just because I believe it was a light gray pane. So it's just like it's non-existent. The only reason I knew on it is because like I clicked on it, and to be honest, I don't remember, or actually I do now that I think of it. It said, "I like your base." So I didn't know who that was from, and at first I was like, did someone just stop by and just throw it at me? So I was like just kind of confused where it came from. I didn't see anybody stop by. I didn't see anybody's gamer tag, like nobody was here. And then later on, actually this morning or last night, I think it was last night, she ended up letting me know that she had actually placed some in our shulkers right here. So if we hover over them, here we are. So glad you are back. You have been missed. And then where's the other one? Love your build. Oh, it's this one right here. Love your build. So that's the one that I ended up finding. But yeah, so she actually placed a few in our shulker, so it's pretty nice of her. I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to see everybody here. Another thing that I was able to do, guys, was just get our storage room kind of set. Like, this is not the main storage room, like how it's gonna be like permanently. This is just while I get stuff ready, and I kind of heard a skeleton out there, so I'm just gonna go to sleep before I die. But I just wanted to get something going since I had my shulkers outside, and yeah, we don't want that. Hopefully the skeleton doesn't come in here trying to get some shade. But yeah, so I have this wall right here with shulkers. I have actually a few walls. I also have some of these right here, the brewing stands, just as I was using them for the night vision potions in order to go get the netherite or the ancient debris, just because I was buying them for 2 diamonds a piece, and after buying 3 of them and realizing that what I was getting back in ancient debris and those in the amount of time of those 3, yeah, it wasn't efficient. It wasn't gonna be worth it. So I went ahead and got myself 2 brewing stands and just bought some more materials in order to craft some night vision potion. So I'll be doing this, guys, just mining ancient debris, like whenever, like before I go to bed, after work, just my downtimes while I'm watching something on the other monitor, just stuff like that. That's when I'll be doing that. So it's gonna be off camera, it's not gonna be on camera, which I imagine you guys are happy about. So here we have our storage room. On the other side though, I want to add our portal because I didn't know what to add on this side. I just have my bed here just for spawn, because I had my spawn set in like somebody else's base, and every time I would go to the nether and I would come back, I would always spawn over there, and it was like pretty far away. So I was like, you know what, I need to get a bed down in order to spawn at my own base, and I'll waste rockets or, you know, time getting all the way over here. But for this room, this is where I wanted to place our portal, which I kind of want to add it somewhere around here, right? I kind of want to decorate around this area. So that's something that I want to do on this episode, and it's something that, to be honest, I don't remember how to do. So I might have to ask some peeps in the chat, and today's actually pretty busy. If we look over here, we press tab, you guys can see all the people that are playing at the moment right now. So but I think that's gonna be for another episode, guys, since I still need to find a location for our main base, which yeah, that might take some time. So we'll probably do that on the next episode. I have all the supplies in my inventory, guys, for the trees, so we might as well just go ahead and let's start building it. Something that I wasn't planning on was that we are on the mesa, so the tree was looking a little bit dead in the time lapse, but I switched some of the blocks around, and yeah, I should have thought about that first before I went ahead and did the trees, but I think it still worked out pretty good. So I had the 3 different shades of green. I had the Saila, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name of that block, but the Saila leaves, and then I had the oak and then the spruce. So the Saila meaning that they're the blocks that the sun is hitting directly, then the mid blocks would have been the oak leaves, since they kind of have a little bit shaded to them, and then the darker ones like the full shade would have been the spruce at the bottom, but it didn't work out, as you guys can tell right there. So I ended up just switching it around. Instead of using the spruce as the shade, we're using the dead oak leaves, and I think overall it still works. It's a little bit different, but I think it still looks cool. Like, I still like it. And so I went around looking at everybody's like trees, everything that they were using, and it seems like everybody's using a Saila leaves. That's why I thought they were oak, and that's why I guess I never realized. Look at that, they're dead over there. But yeah, so I think overall it did work out. So now for the shops, guys, since that's basically where they're going, we're gonna have them in here. So here we have a sign for the shop. As soon as you come in, we head over here to the top left, and here we have the first one. For the second one, I didn't have enough materials, or I didn't know what to sell, so we're gonna have to wait on this area at least for now, and just keep this one over here on the left side, the left wing, if you're facing it, right? If we're looking out, it's the right, but let's just call this the left wing. Here we have the Asian debris, which is gonna be the main thing that we sell in the store. I believe this is gonna be probably the only thing that sells. There's someone else that's actually selling these, but they're out, and they've been out since I started the server, so I don't know how often they're gonna resupply, but yeah, I plan on doing this quite often, so I think I'm gonna take the market on the Asian debris. So I apologize to whoever owns the other store. It's actually my neighbor. I think he's over that way. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, I apologize. So using his prices as a guide, he was selling an ingot for 12 diamonds, which would make it almost like 3 diamonds per debris. But the thing is that he was also selling the ingot, which means that he was already supplying the gold in order to make it into an ingot, right, which requires 4. So I think I'm just gonna keep it at 3. I believe that's what I was selling at last season, and they were just flying off the shelf. And I remember I priced them at 4, and they were kind of selling, but at the same time they weren't. I think 3 is the magic number, so I think we're gonna stick to that. I haven't placed anything in here, but for now I think that's what we're gonna go for. And then over here we have the raw meat. Yeah, we got the quartz ore. I'm putting them at 2 stacks for 1 diamond. At first I wanted to do 3 stacks for 1 diamond, but at that point I'm just gonna run off, or ran out, not run off. But yeah, so we're gonna leave it at 2 stacks for 1 diamond. I think that's fair. And then over here for the gravel, since we're gonna get quite a bit whenever we go mining, the same thing with the quartz. I have gravel at 4 stacks for 1 diamond, because I think I saw somebody else selling it for a similar price. I think they were selling it for 3 stacks for 1 diamond, so we're just gonna go ahead and cut them off a little bit and add 4 stacks for 1 diamond. I haven't added any supplies, but we're about to do that right now. So the main one, let's just get that off. And I don't want to put all of them in there just because I feel like they're just gonna sell really quick, and then I kind of want to like restock it, and I don't want somebody just buying everything. So we're gonna go ahead and maybe just decorate the chest a little bit, right? Just do this. That's not even a thing. I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'm just going along with it. So how many blocks are these? So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have 14 in here. I think that's pretty good. It looks a little bit messy. I don't know if I like that. So let's start all over. All right, so this is what I ended up coming up with. I got 22 in total, so that would be 22, 44, 66 diamonds. So just a stack of diamonds right there, guys. A stack of diamonds, if it sells, that is. So yeah, hopefully they do. I need to go and make a sign over there, that way people know, and as well just kind of mention it in our chat, that way people know. But I might as well just get as many supplies as I can, because once we call it, I believe people are gonna start showing up right away. So And the reason that I'm using a double chest is because it doesn't make any sense. Like there's no middle, it's a odd block, so yeah, it kind of looks weird if I just add one. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. But let me just add a stack of these, and then also just some of these as well, as many as I can carry. And I don't want to put everything in there like I mentioned before. I kind of want to gauge it to see, you know, like how fast it sells or how much it sells, and it seems like we're missing one right here. So let's take that one back. The same thing over here. And for these, I'm just gonna leave them in there. I think like that. I don't have to decorate them or anything like that. Eventually I'll probably, you know, kind of like fill it up, but for now that should be fine. And it seems like we do have it complete. The same thing over here. You know what, I think let me fix it up a little bit. I changed my mind, guys. I think we're just gonna leave it like that. I was leaving it like in stacks of 4 or like rows of 4, but that didn't really make any sense. So yeah, we're just gonna leave it like that, and then we'll just be filling it as we're going. And this as well. So we got 9, 8, 27. So 27 times 2. I don't know the math. Okay, I'm just not gonna. Yeah, let's just. So it's 25. 50 plus 4 is 54 diamonds. Hopefully I got that right. Yeah, it's when you do math on camera, guys, you look not smart, so just go with that. But the same thing over here, we got 2 stacks, so 9, 18, 27, the same thing. So we got 54 diamonds right here. And actually this is not 54 diamonds. I don't know what I was thinking of. This is 4 stacks for 1 diamond. So I'm not gonna do the math. Okay, I give up, guys. But yeah, so here we have it. I think it looks pretty good. I need to add some lighting. Right now I just have a torch up here, but I need to figure out how I could add some lanterns or something that I could add, maybe some candles, since candles I haven't used at all since they came out. So we'll probably use candles or something, but for now it shouldn't be. Actually, this block shouldn't be there. There we go, because these are spawnable, but since we do have the light, they shouldn't be. But yeah, guys, so now let's go over and put a sign on the other side on the wall over there. That way people know that they could get them here. I don't know where we could put it at, but I guess we could make it even. The thing is that I don't want to take away from them, but since they have it up there, I might as well put it up here and make it even too. So there we go. So let me do this really quick. All right, so I have it up here, guys. Ancient debris, quartz ore, grab. How do I edit this thing again? So here we have it. Ancient debris, quartz ore, and gravel. Southeast 90. Hopefully that works out, but before we forget, we need to add one of these on there. That way it stands out. And why is there an egg right here? I heard a chicken earlier. Let me just. Where did that egg come from? You guys saw that? I think someone's throwing eggs back there. Oh, it's a chicken. It had a lot of pressure. But yeah, guys, so how many people are online right now? Let's check it out. So there's actually quite a bit of people, so let's just mention it online, that way they know. Now selling ancient debris, Southeast 90. There we go. So now that way people know. I'm probably gonna put it on Discord as well, that way they are aware. But hopefully with that, you know, they kind of probably spread the word just in case anybody asks. They'll probably let them know. But yeah, another thing is we need a mailbox, but I think once we start working on the outside a little bit, we could go ahead and do that. But here we have it, guys. Ancient debris. And so there's a way to actually make these invisible, and I asked in chat and they told me that I needed to rename a stick into Invisiwand. And let me see if I could find this. Should be like the only one. Yeah, so right now it's capitalized, right? The I is capital, but I changed it. I tried it the first way where it was all just regular, and they told me to right click on it and it wasn't working. And I don't know, it's because if I have the Schematica mod on, I don't know if that's kind of like affecting it or what it is. And if you guys don't know what the schematic mod is, basically you could copy anything that you build. So let's say if you go to creative, like I make this in creative as well as the trees, and then I just kind of copied it and pasted it on here in a way without the blocks being there. So it's kind of like shadow blocks, and then basically it just shows you where to place everything. That way you can transfer your builds and make it a lot easier. So just in case you guys didn't know what that was, it doesn't put the blocks for me, it doesn't give me the items for free. It's just kind of like gives you a guide, I guess that's a better word for it. But yes, I did build this myself. So just to let you guys know, because I could have done these, to be honest, without using that. But I wanted to go into creative and kind of like play around with it, and then I was like, you know what, I like it and I want to keep it. So I decided just to make a schematic of it, and yeah, here we have them. But yeah, so that's why these are not invisible, just because I wasn't able to do so. Just in case, I'm pretty sure people are going to tell me something, especially after I put on chat that how to make it invisible. They're going to be like, this guy doesn't know how to make this thing invisible. But to move on, guys, now I want to work on the floor and just decorate the building in general. I kind of got an idea of how the floor is gonna be, and maybe some of the details that we could add. Like, I have an idea of what I want to do, but I don't know how to put it, you know what I mean? So I know what blocks to use and stuff like that, but it's just a matter of implementing it here on my base. So let's see how I do it. I might do a time lapse of me working on the outside as well, since I am gonna terraform here to make it all fit. I don't know if I'll do that right now or if I'll do that later on, but the first thing that I know I want to do is work on the floor. There we go. We finally finished. So we ended up doing the inside and the outside. And unfortunately, guys, I had to do it 2 times. Unfortunately, someone on the server had an accident, so they had to revert the save, the server back to the last save, which was 2 hours prior. And unfortunately, that's where I did everything in those 2 hours. I just had to start everything all over again. But the only good thing about that was that I had my time lapse already done, like it was already saved, so it was just a matter of redoing it without having to record. So yeah, overall it came out pretty good. I like how it came out. The second time obviously was a little bit faster, since I already had an idea of how everything was gonna be, so it didn't take that long. But here we have it, guys. So right here for the cliffs, I'm using some acacia wood. I think it really stripped, obviously, but I think it really works with the terracotta because it's a little bit more vibrant, has a little bit more color, and then the terracotta seems a little bit more dull, right? A little bit more shadowy. So I think it really works overall. So as we go up here in the path, I tried using the same you know, pattern as they have it down here, and hopefully it just works out and that it doesn't mess with any plans that they might have. And if it does, we could go ahead and change it, you know, there's no issue there. But as we're going up here, you guys can see, you know, and then I tried blending it over here with some stone since I didn't want to add the orange path up here because I don't know, I thought it was not gonna look good, you know, especially our building being red. It was just too much of a red hue, right? So I decided to add a stone, and it really complements the building. It just makes it pop and make it stand, especially you know, being on terracotta. It just, you know, it just makes it just go bam. There I am, there it is, right? And we obviously have our mailbox all done. So home Panda Bear 707. So overall, guys, I think it worked pretty good. I like how everything came out. And then here on the side, I'm using some moss blocks since the grass was gonna look like that. So yeah, we didn't want that, right? So I'm using some moss blocks to make it seem like it's alive. And then over here on the side, I try to do that the same thing, but I didn't want to add too much over here because I didn't want to, you know, take away too much from the front. So I think overall it works pretty good. So as we go inside, let's check it out. And it seems like Winnie just joined. Let's say hi to her. There we go. And as we go inside, guys, the first thing that we see as soon as we come in is that sign right there. Or at least that's the first thing I see because it just stands out, right? Shop, and it points us to the top. But yeah, so I ended up taking the stairs out because I just thought it was, you know, a bunch of wasted space. And instead I decided to add this billboard or this board right here. And we're gonna be using this in most of our episodes, kind of like what we need to do, you know, that way we could kind of like refer back to it and know where we at and what still needs to be done. So I'll be using this in our episodes. And then here in the middle, this is our smelting area. So here we have a smoker, a regular furnace, and a blast furnace whenever I need anything to smelt. Yeah, this is gonna be my area as well, you know, as an ender chest. Anything that I might need is gonna be right here as well. And I really like the decoration, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of it. And before we go in there, let's go over here into our storage room. And look at that, we got a friend now. And I got a little story that I'll tell you guys in just a little bit. But yeah, so our storage room actually looks pretty cool. I like it. I think this is the type that I'll be doing from now on. I decided to add shulkers at the bottom and then chest at the top. And the reason that I did this, or how we're going to be using this, is that I'll be filling up the shulkers first, and then once these are full, I'll be putting them in the chest, so that way we got like a lot of storage in this just small storage room, right? And so I kind of want to do it over like this, like we're doing over here. So fill this and then put the, you know, our shulkers in there. And I kind of did the opposite at the beginning. I filled these chests up instead of doing these, but well, you know, I'll fix that in just a little bit. But here we're doing that with some of our blocks down here. This is gonna be for our wood, that's why they're brown, and then these are just any natural resources that we might have. And yeah, so that's how I'm gonna be doing it, guys. And yeah, so I really like this area right here. I like how I added these shulkers here for some extra storage, and it just kind of blends with the floor, right, with the green. It just works overall. Here in the middle we have some of the materials, or not materials, but some of the stuff that we're gonna use on a custom basis, like our ender chest, an anvil, and our crafting table. And this is kind of like our valuable chest. So this is where I'm gonna have anything that, you know, I might need That way I don't have to look for it and stuff like that. And yeah, so here we have our buddy, guys, which his name is gonna be Sombra, which it translates to shadow in English. And the reason that I ended up getting this cat, you guys might have seen it on the time lapse. It was wandering around, and something interesting is that I thought that black cats would only be around witches, like witch huts and stuff like that. So I don't know why this guy was just wandering around and it was loose. It wasn't someone. So I tamed it, and now, yeah, now it's ours. And I went looking for a name tag and I wasn't able to find one, but as soon as we get one, we're gonna go ahead and name it. So hi Shadow, welcome, say hi everybody. But the story that I wanted to mention, guys, so here it is. So in our backyard there was this black cat that was always in our backyard sleeping, and we don't know who this cat belonged to, because in my neighborhood there's a lot of cats. You know, my neighbor has one, the ones across the street has one, the one on the other side has one, the one behind us has one. So there's a lot of cats in my neighborhood, and I see them every now and then. You know, they like sleeping in our grass and stuff like that. But this cat in particular was always in our backyard sleeping, guys. And as soon as we would go out, it would, you know, it would run off. And we started noticing that it was spending a lot of time in our house, and we didn't know, you know, was this cat just not, you know, was it just sleeping in our area? Was it going home at the end of the day? Like, what was going on? And then we started realizing that it was not going anywhere. It was just in our backyard. So my family started feeding it, you know, like leftover chicken and stuff like that, and it slowly started like coming around more often. Like, it was getting a little bit more comfortable. Like, you weren't able to get close to it. Like, if you were within 20 feet, it would still run off, but it was more comfortable that if we were in the yard, it wouldn't like run off. It would still be there. And it ended up getting pregnant. So it got pregnant, and there was a little baby, and we started feeling bad for it, because it's like, is the baby eating? Like, what's going on? Like, how come this cat is not leaving? Does this cat belong to anybody? Is this a stray cat? So we didn't know what was going on, and then we felt bad for the little one. So I started buying food for it. So I was ordering cat food, and then I started feeding it, and it slowly started getting a little bit more comfortable with us, especially the little guy. It was, you know, after a couple months, you know, it started like coming up to us and meowing, and it was like within a couple feet. That's how, you know, close it got to us. And then as soon as, you know, we would move or whatever, it would run off. So it still wasn't like completely trusting us, but it was, you know, good enough that it was getting close. And that's another story for the mom, though. The mom wouldn't get close to us within 15 feet. Like, it would still hiss at us. It just didn't trust us at all, and I don't blame it, right? Like, we didn't mean no harm, but the baby started getting more comfortable with us, and then it started growing. And then one day we just stopped seeing the baby. We're like, what happened to the baby? Like, where is it? And we started noticing that every time we would feed the baby, like, he would run off, and then all of a sudden the mom would show up. So we're wondering if, you know, it was scared of the mom or what was going on. And then one day the baby was just gone. It was just, you know, we never saw it again. And I'm hoping that it's, you know, it has a good home. Somebody found it. We just don't know what happened to it. But my grandpa did say that he started noticing that the mom was always fighting with it. It was trying to like push it away. And I don't know if that's just like an instinct that cats have, have, you know, is this like, this is my home, now you're old enough, like, go out on your own, you know, now you're on your own. And that's what we thought it happened, or at least that's what we're hoping that happens. So if you guys are familiar with cats and you guys know about cats, let me know if that's something that cats do. But yeah, so now the mom's with us, and not that the baby's gone, and I think it saw that the baby was getting more comfortable with us, and it started getting closer, and we were like feeding it and stuff like that every time we saw it. The mom started doing the same thing. It was getting closer and closer, so now it was able to get like within 5 feet of us before it started hissing. And now it'll come up to you. Like, if it's hungry, it comes up to you. And if you like, it only attacked me once, and that's because I was walking behind it, and it was eating, and I think it thought, you know, I was gonna do something to it, so it kind of launched at me. And good thing it only got my pants, didn't scratch me or anything like that. But yeah, so now it actually gets like within a foot of us before it starts hissing, so it got more comfortable. And And yeah, so now it's basically our cat without being our cat. So that's why as soon as I saw this one, I was like, oh, I need to get it. And I need to stop rambling, guys, because that was a long story. Hopefully it made sense. You know, I'm not good with words, so as you can tell right there with that story. But over here on the other side, guys, this is gonna be our main room. This is where we have our beds right here and our little like kitchen. So this is where I'm keeping all my food and stuff like that. And yeah, overall this is where we're gonna have our portal that's gonna go right here. And yeah, so I think it came out pretty good, guys. I like all the decorations and stuff like that. The interior, I actually looked all the interiors online, so this is not my designs. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good overall, guys. But that's how we learn, right? We use references, and then from there we kind of get an idea, and then from there, then you know, we start doing our own thing. So it looks pretty good. I like the carpets as well. I think everything just works pretty good. And then we also have these, look at decorations. That was beautiful. So I think we have a total of, we got 3, 4, I think we have 5 in total. And I gotta say, that's one of my favorite ones. And that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, they're all my favorites. So I can't imagine how long it took Winnie to actually make those, but I decided to buy all the ones that she did have in her shop. So yeah. And then over here on the side, guys, we got a little secret room. This room leads over here to our bamboo and sugarcane area. So this is where, you know, I'm just gonna get some of the materials since we are at base or just spawn in general. This area is gonna be loaded for the most part. So yeah, we're actually gonna get a lot of that. So yeah, for rockets and sticks and anything like that. So yeah, so now let's go up to our shop, guys, which is gonna lead to one of my favorite parts, I gotta say, of the interior, this right here. So if you're shopping, this is what you see. This is gonna be your view, which I just like how it came out. It looks really cool, especially this was original. I like how this came out. But yeah, so yeah, I think it looks pretty good overall. And yeah, so now for our shops over here, I don't know if I showed this earlier, but I'm selling now some dead bush. I completely forgot the name of that. So we got some dead bushes here, and then on this side, obviously you guys saw earlier, we have the ancient debris, we have the raw quartz, and it seems like we got to sell, and some gravel as well. But let me show you guys. You guys didn't think I was gonna sell ancient debris. Like I said, I was gonna take over the market on ancient debris. The other person still hasn't restocked, and look at this. Bam, we making money. So let's see how many we got in total. Oh, we got over a stack. So we got a stack in 8. So I did restock because it sold. Someone mentioned, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Spiky. I forgot who it was. I think it was Spiky. He said that he bought us out, so I came and I restocked, and it seems he bought some more, but we still have some in here. And wait, okay, I do. I was like, didn't have it in my inventory. I have some more, guys. Look at that. I went mining again earlier this morning, so I do have some more. So now let's go ahead and restock. And like I mentioned, I don't want to completely restock, just because I don't want it selling. I want to kind of have like inventory always. So if I put everything over there, someone's just gonna go ahead and buy everything. So let's go ahead and just leave these many right here. So we're gonna leave 13 ancient debris right here, so that should be good enough. And good thing, because I was running low on diamonds, guys. So I'll show you guys in just a little bit. We still got 48 left, so yeah, we're always gonna have stock. But look at this, we only had 9 diamonds left. Remember, we started off with 4 stacks. Now I only got 9. I ended up breaking a pick in the nether this morning, so I had to obviously replace it, and just getting a lot of materials like the bookshelves in order to, you know, decorate this area. I bought a lot of it, so yeah, that's why I was running low on diamonds. But let's go ahead, and is there a crafting table around here? I think the closest one is gonna be down here. And let's craft out these right here. We got 9 diamond blocks, and look at that, we got a new achievement or a new recipe unlocked. But there we go, 9 blocks in general. Ah man, guys, this is harsh, you know, buying everything to build, but we basically finally finished it. But I think that's gonna be the end of the episode, guys. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more videos, and I guess I'll just catch you guys on the next one. Team Rocket Plays out.